Cloudcast Media. Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media, and we are so pleased to have Carly Topazio in the studio. She is the artistic director and CEO of the Rosin Box project. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, you did.
Good. As in rosin bag. I played baseball a billion years ago.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but not anything more than just messing around. What is the Rosin Box project?
Well, you are actually one of the very few who knows what rosin is.
I do know.
That's a rare occurrence. We're primarily a creation-based contemporary ballet company. We're based out of Liberty Station, and
nice.
Yeah, and the whole ethos of the company is that our mission is really to reimagine the way that both artists and audiences connect with and experience dance. So we do a lot of kind of non-traditional venues, activating, not a typical proscenium stage theater separated from the audience space, and we. Being a creation-based company, we do a lot of, or almost entirely all new works. So we do, I would say, between 6 to 8 new creations each year, each season.
Right. So do you do any traditional or none at all?
Not in the typical sense. Not in, tutus and pink tights.
Right. Right.
We are all of our dancers are classically trained.
Right.
So we do definitely draw from, and we're based in the classical technique of ballet, but by no means do we really kind of stick to that narrative. We really want to. I mean, there are so many different influences and styles that it kind of breaks into.
Okay, so how does it look different? So for the ballet audience person who is used to seeing, I guess, a traditional ballet, if that's the right word for it, and then they come to see one of your performances, what are they going to say, wow, that was different because?
Because, well, for many reasons. As I was saying before, we don't really kind of do the typical setting or, you go to a theater, you have your audience, a nice proscenium stage, you see this big spectacle.
Right.
We really love to break the fourth wall. So we want to have more of an intimate connection with the audience.
Would you do it in a park?
We have done it everywhere. We have performed in a parking lot.
Okay.
We have, performed in a park. We've performed on the street. Black box theaters, museums.
Right.
Just kind of anywhere, and not just changing up the venue, but also changing up and exploring kind of the boundaries of what performing is, and what that relationship is between artist and audience. And yes, we do have. Several shows that are specifically geared towards immersive. So we want to really even take it a step further rather than just reimagining, what that kind of environment and relationship works. We want to break the boundaries even a little bit more.
So what would immersive be? Give me an example. Okay.
Immersive. So we have an annual production every year that we do. It's called Ghostlight Masquerade, and it is kind of like a choose your own adventure experience. So there's no audience, there's no seating. It's just explore, and you can interact. A lot of the performing artists will actually interact with you, and it's kind of like the whole performance and the world that's created evolves and unfolds around you.
All right, so you're at Liberty Station, right? And
Yes.
my co-host is the executive director of San Diego Writers Inc., which is in, do you know my good friend Kristen Fogel?
I actually just met her about a week or so ago.
Right. Did she know you were coming on the show?
No, she didn't. But I had told her because I'm a fan of the show.
Yeah. You're very kind. You're very, very kind. Anyway, so my point is, so now I'm sort of just tooling around Liberty Station. I'm bebopping around, and all of a sudden, I see Carly. Would you come out and do something? And I'm just walking around, and you'll do a performance in front of me?
It's not totally that impromptu pop-up.
Okay, right. I was going for the real impromptu, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
But would people know that you're going to be here at a certain time doing X?
Yes. So we do have set shows.
Right.
We do about 3 main productions throughout our season. And then, a variety of smaller, more like pop-up style things.
Now, is this what you do, the creation, and it's just so non-traditional? Is this picking up steam around San Diego, around California, around the country, the world?
Yeah, I would say, I think in a lot of different ways. We certainly aren't a pioneer in doing anything, crazy different.
Right.
We're not the first. But yeah, I think it's the natural progression of an art form, right? You want to keep it relevant. You want to keep it interesting. And in order to do that, it needs to evolve and it needs to adapt and be, one thing that we're most focused on is the accessibility of it. Ballet is such a, in a lot of ways, inaccessible art form. And so how do we make it more approachable? How do we make it, something that not just you go to with your grandparents or you go to the Nutcracker, but it becomes a more commonplace experience.
Right, exactly. We're chatting with Carly Topazio. She is the artistic director and CEO of the Rosin Box Project. I'm Drew Schlosberg. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest running community podcast, now in our 18th year. Brought to you by the cool folks of Mission Fed Credit Union for 6 decades, just really doing great things to uplift folks living in San Diego County through literacy, through food insecurity, through racism walks, and they do it all on this. So do you have any performances that are coming up?
We do. Yes. We have our next show is coming up end of August, and it's called Debuts.
Debuts, okay. So debuts. And I don't want to do too much of a spoiler alert here in case we want people to go to this. Where's it going to be?
It will be at the California Center for the Arts, Escondido.
Oh, up north. Okay, so that'll be in a sort of traditional venue, correct?
It will be, yes. And that is actually the first time that we will be performing in a proper, I guess, theater space.
But not necessarily a traditional ballet show, correct?
Yes, exactly.
So does that mean that... of course, it could be anything, but it could be the type of uniforms is the wrong word, attire that the folks are wearing. Could that be part of it?
When you say folks, are you
the ballet dancers?
The dancers, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of different costuming.
Did that involve the feet at all? Can they be in sneakers?
We have been.
See, I'm starting to get it. I'm a slow learner. I knew what rosin was, at least.
Yes,
so,
you did.
Yeah.
So all of our artists are, like I said before, trained classically.
Right,
so yes, we do point shoes, ballet shoes. But yes, we have performed in bare feet. We have performed in sneakers.
Right.
We have
high heels. That would be tough.
We have.
Well, you guys are talented and you're athletic on all that. Okay, I'm not going to go through every single shoe in that aspect of it. Now, is there music? Do you develop your own music and accompaniment at all? Do you write that, or do you have a band come in, or a symphony, or nobody?
That is a big part of the collaboration process. I would say in-house, no, we don't specifically write our own music. We do collaborate and commission new accompaniments and new scores. I guess a little bit of a spoiler alert is that for our show coming up, there is a component where our dancers may be contributing a bit to the accompaniment and to the musical score. So
right now, so is there a chance that if you're in the audience at the Escondido Center for the Arts, California Center for the Arts, in August, end of August, that you may be brought up on stage to participate? I'm gonna give him some ideas here, right? And Drew, you're and you're gonna show us how to ballet dance, even though we can probably teach you right on the spot. So yeah, I bet you could actually.
Yeah, I'm sure you can ballet dance.
Yeah,
I'm sure you could do something on the stage.
Yeah, right. Okay, here I'm getting myself in trouble in that area of it. But you did mention, and maybe not for this debut show, but other things you do, you will go out wherever the audience is, park, rec center, who knows what, and we'll bring the audience involved, correct?
Yes, we will.
And does that mean that they will perform with you?
In many senses, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Or give them an instrument and say, it looks like you're a bongo player. We need bongo played over here, and whatever music you do, we're going to be able to dance to it because we're professionals. Right.
We haven't given them total control over the score or the musical accompaniment yet.
Yeah, but remember, you're creating things, so maybe that's something to think. My job is to wreak havoc on this. No, it sounds phenomenally interesting. When we come back from break, I want to talk a little bit about the final show of the season, Ghostlight Masquerade, in October. Do you know where that's going to be?
Yes, that will be in Logan Heights at the Soap Factory.
Oh, very, very cool. We'll talk about that as well. And we always save time, Carla, in the second half of the show to what our listeners can do to support your efforts. Obviously, go to the shows, support whatever, and then we'll go into other things that you would need our audience to do. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
We'll be right back with Carly Topazio. She is the artistic director and CEO of the Rosin Box Project. I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. We will be right back.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, the nation's longest running community podcast, now in our 18th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union for 6 decades, just doing great things in San Diego, supporting the arts, supporting the literacy programs and food insecurity and everything in between. Honored to have in the studio with us today, Carly Topazio. She is the artistic director and CEO of the Rosin Box Project. Just talked about their upcoming show debuts, and it'll be in August at the California Center for the Arts in Escondido. But talk about your final show of the year.
Yes, Ghostlight Masquerade. That is our sort of take on a holiday show. So it has become our annual recurring show. But, as we are not your traditional ballet company, we didn't feel that San Diego needed another Nutcracker, another, take on it. So we went the route of a Spooktober.
So Halloween oriented?
Yes, kind of. We invite audience to dress up, so you can definitely come in costume. But the show itself is not specifically Halloween themed, but it is. We call it spooky, not scary.
Okay, very, very good. Now, will you be dressed up in spooky outfits, or again, not trying to ruin you have to show up, Drew, to find out.
Yeah, we are masked, so all of the dancers are in masks, and they are essentially, spirits. So I would say ghosts. So. Yeah. Not like spooky dressed up, but yes, definitely dressed up.
So how many people are part of the project? You have like 40 ballet dancers, 10, 80, 3,000?
3,000, wow. No,
Nothing would surprise me.
We're quite a small group. So, actually one of the running jokes is we never really know how many dancers we have at any one time. But we have 8 core dancers.
Nice.
And then we have an additional few that kind of guest with us because we do have a season that runs kind of opposite to a lot of normal ballet companies. Yeah, in the sense that we have a majority of our season is throughout the summer.
Right. Now, were you and some of the core 8 traditional ballet dancers and doing Nutcracker stuff and all that business for years, and then you said, I want to do something different, or some have never been in they've all been classically trained, but have not done a lot of traditional stuff?
That's exactly what happened. We have all been classically trained, maybe not starting out specifically in ballet. Like myself, I started out doing everything, jazz,
gotcha.
Modern hip hop, all the things. And then found my way to a professional career in ballet.
Interesting.
But yes, we're all classically trained professional ballet dancers. Yes, doing the Nutcracker, did it for
a while.
A long time.
Well, it can't be that long, you're young. But, very interested in your outreach to Title I schools. Talk about that.
Yes, so we have a couple of fabulous programs. One of them is actually called the Ballet Machine. And
nice.
we work a lot with Title I schools in the unified school district.
And which schools?
There's a laundry list of them.
Okay.
Should I name them?
Sure. I mean, elementary, are they middle, are they high school?
We bring the Ballet Machine is K through 5.
Oh, good.
So we bring it to a lot of elementary schools.
Logan Elementary or Baker or groups like that?
Yeah, Pacific View, Leadership, Ocean Beach, Jefferson, Carver.
Yeah, I worked for the district a billion years ago, and those were some of the schools that we served. The Title I schools. Yeah.
They're fantastic. We
100%.
We love Unified.
100%. That's great. And how many schools will you visit? How many times do you go out to the schools during the school year?
It all depends.
Right.
Last year or this previous school year,
right.
We served 13 schools.
Oh, nice.
We were at 13. And that also includes middle schools as well. We have a after-school dance program for middle schoolers, and we also have a program that's called Out of the Box, in which we bring the Rosin box to school, and we do kind of like a little mini performance for them, and then kind of like a little talk back.
No, that's great. Yeah, well, kids love that stuff. There's nothing more important than visual and performing arts at the schools. You can't have enough of it. The learning that goes into it, just besides the physicality of what you folks do. Obviously, you can teach anything about, movement and all that business and the science of movement just by what you do as ballet dancers. But the history of it, the culture of it, the evolution of it. I mean, there's so much. You guys can have a whole curriculum tied to it.
We do, yes.
Yeah.
And actually, part of that is maybe one of the things that you haven't touched on yet, which is language. And we actually, one of our programs does have a curriculum that's pretty extensive in English language and
ELL and
development.
Yeah, which is in our wheelhouse. We're chatting with Carly Topazio, artistic director and CEO, the Rosin Box project. I'm Drew Schlosberg at Cloudcast Media, listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. Now, traditionally, you do how many shows during the year? And is it a calendar year? Is it January through December, or is it July through June? What is your fiscal year?
Our fiscal year is actually January through December.
Right. So, and how many performances will you do in general during that time frame?
3 to 4 of the productions.
Right.
We have our 3 main productions that we do each year. First one falls in March for Women's History Month. So we normally do something that is empowering women because we are a female-led organization, which we're very proud of.
Gotcha. Okay. I was going to ask you that. Okay. Very good.
Yep. And then we have our summer production that debuts, which normally happens in August, and Ghostlight Masquerade, which now falls in October.
Yeah.
And then sprinkled among, but in between there, we have a bunch of smaller little things that we'll do.
So do you guys ever get together and, here's the core of 8 or how many are available and say, you know what, we're just going to go in the middle of Liberty Station today and do X and just do whatever. You ever do that?
Yes.
Okay.
We have. We do like to plan and we do like to rehearse. So there's a lot of that. But I have to say, the dancers, we're in now our 6th year.
Yeah.
And the dancers have just absolutely been down, and I have unfortunately sent them on just the most absurd things, like dancing in the middle of the desert in 120-degree heat.
By themselves?
No, I was there with them.
Okay, I was going to say, that's right. So
we were filming something, so it wasn't for a live audience. It was for a dance film that we were creating. But
where were you?
We were at Clark Dry Lake.
Where's that?
I think it's
in Nevada.
No, it's still in California. It's in Borrego.
Okay, all right, very good. Yeah. And how long were you out in 120-degree weather?
Well, we had rented an RV to keep everyone cool.
Very nice. Okay.
Yeah, and
that's a heck of a drive to Borrego Springs in an RV.
It was, yes. we left at 3 a.m. We were working with 2 guest choreographers who we had here.
Oh, cool.
And so we all drove up together. We left at 3 a.m. We got there. We were trying to beat the sun, beat the heat. Didn't totally work. And it was, one of the most memorable days, I think, for sure, for us as an entire company. But we were there until, I think, a full 24 hours. And let me tell you, the RV had a generator that really did not stand up against the heat.
Wow. So you're driving, so there was no AC, right?
Well, there was AC. It just got outpowered by the sun.
Wow. Well, listen, you must be so proud of your growth. In 6 years, you guys have just been killing it, certainly building up what the budget is. And, of course, money doesn't grow on trees. Do you get foundation support, individual support, corporate support? Obviously, I'm assuming you charge for the performances at the California Center for the Arts. How else do you get your revenue?
All of the above, yes.
Yeah.
We grants, foundational, corporate, as well as individual. It's all incredibly important and incredibly helpful.
Sure, exactly. And at Liberty Station, do you have, is there a certain space you're at? Are you what do I know there? The New Americans Museum. Are you near that group?
So we are actually in this incredible building, which is the Dorothea Lobb Dance Place building.
Okay.
And we have...
Where's it near? Okay, I'm just.
Yeah, it's on Truxton Road.
Oh yeah,
If
exactly.
you're
Okay. Yeah.
If you're familiar, well, there's a new theater going up for
I know.
Syndicate Theater.
I know.
We are right across the street from that.
Oh, how cool! That's great.
Yeah, and we are. Yeah, it's a fantastic building. We have our own studio, so you will, if you go in the building, you will see our sign, so you can know where we are.
Right.
And we do offer open adult classes and things
Nice.
like that. And we share the space, the entire building, with there's about 3 other dance companies.
Really?
So, yeah.
Interesting. So, when you offer adult classes,
Yes, Drew. So that's your opportunity to get in there and do some ballet.
yes, I may even wear my tutu. I do not have a tutu, thank you. But that's right. Always a first, I guess. But no, I mean, I think that's terrific. And so, is it a beginner's class on how to?
We have a lot of beginners classes. Yes.
Right. Exactly.
For ballet, but we also offer contemporary. We offer a heels class.
What's that? Talk about that.
It's specific. It's dancing in high heels.
Serious. I was just teasing when I said, "How do you dance in high heels?"
It's a whole art. It's a whole genre of dance.
The reason why I'm laughing when I say this, there's an event. I haven't done it in a while. It was put on by the YWCA to help support revenue for their organization against domestic abuse, mainly against women. And they had an event called Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. And it was always downtown. And they'd have guys wearing high heels and having to walk a mile. To show how pitiful I am, I could barely put the shoes on, the high heels. And I had to be holding onto a post because I would have just collapsed in a second. And how you guys do that? My buddy actually wore them and walked about a half mile. I go, you practice doing this thing, for God's sake? How do you do it without ruining your feet, for God's sake?
Well, I mean, high heels are nothing compared to point shoes.
Well, you guys standing on your toe, I look at that and I go, okay, that would end it for me in about 1 second. Yeah, exactly. But high heels, pretty tough stuff. What can we do to support your efforts? What can we do?
You can come to the shows. You can come take class. You can share our name. We're the Rosin Box Project. Check us out on the social medias or online, and you can tell your school about us. And hopefully get us in there. We offer a ton of programming for K through 12.
Yeah, well, we're going to mention that we work very, very closely with all the schools in San Diego County. They're very frequent guests on here, superintendents and so forth. And I do a show called Future Pathways Superintendents Unplugged, where we interview all the county superintendents. But we had 4 interviews yesterday, and if I would have had this interview before then, I would have been shouting out the Rosin Box Project to all the superintendents. Yeah. So, I will definitely do that. Carly, absolutely a pleasure. Wishing you nothing but great success. Check out Debuts. It's at the end of August, California Center for the Arts. Need to make a trip to their end of the year shindig also, Ghost Light Masquerade. That'll be in October. As well, and the Rosin Box Project, you will not be disappointed. Enjoyed the conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, yeah.
You bet. Carla Topazio, Artistic Director and CEO of the Rosin Box Project. I'm Drew Schlosberg. You've been listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community, show brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. We hope you enjoyed the interview.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg's Spotlight on the Community show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.